In a dramatic twist of events, the controversial Attorney General of Zimbabwe, that is Virginia Mabhiza, made a presentation during the United Nations Human Rights Organization, and he was of the notion that Zimbabwe is actually observing human rights. But if you look at what the government of Zimbabwe has actually done to Blessed Mhlanga over the presentation that he made on human rights watch, what Virginia Mabhiza is doing, especially looking at Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026, you can tell that there are no human rights that are observed by the government of Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa. Would be playing the audio of a presentation at the UN. Greetings and welcome to your channel, the Hloniphani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Let's listen to Virginia Mabhiza speaking.
Thank you, Mr. President, Your Excellencies and distinguished delegates. It is my pleasure and distinct honor to address the 61st session of the Human Rights Council. Allow me at the outset to congratulate you, Mr. President, on your election as the President of the Human Rights Council for 2026. My delegation expresses its utmost confidence in your leadership. Mr. President, I wish to reaffirm this unwavering commitment to the promotion and protection of human rights. In compliance with its human rights obligations, Zimbabwe presented the second periodic report under the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights and the second periodic report under the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights in 2025. Zimbabwe also hosted the Working Group on Discrimination Against Women and Girls in August 2025. Mr. President, recognizing the importance of global solidarity and humanitarian cooperation, Zimbabwe established a humanitarian framework designed for rapid and coordinated international assistance. By leveraging our strengths in agriculture and disaster management, Zimbabwe donated maize, food, clothing, and building materials to Cyclone Gezani victims in neighboring countries. For the first time since 1997, our year-on-year inflation has dropped to single digits, falling from 15% in December 2025 to 4.1% in January 2026. Zimbabwe has consolidated macroeconomic stability, achieving an estimated 6.6% growth in 2025, driven by agriculture, mining, and manufacturing. This stability provides the essential fiscal space required for the progressive realization of economic, social, and cultural rights. Social protection remains a priority for my government. To ensure a rights-based approach to disability, in 2025, Zimbabwe enacted legislation to enhance the rights of persons with disabilities, thereby aligning our domestic laws with the UN Convention. My government is committed to ensuring that the law translates into tangible improvements in the lives of people with disabilities. In education, the school improvement grants have supported over 624,000 learners, achieving 50% gender parity. Furthermore, in 2025 alone, we constructed 113 new schools and over 500 additional infrastructure units to reach underserved communities. Zimbabwe continues to prioritize healthcare reforms to enhance material and maternal and child health, human capital, and digital inclusion. Simultaneously, the government is tackling the drug and substance abuse crisis through a multi-sectoral approach, partnering with the private sector and civil society to deliver essential prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation services. Mr. President, my government is enacting the National Substance Abuse and enforcement agency law to ensure an effective national framework on drugs
So this presentation
and substance abuse. Again, Zimbabwe continues to review its legislation to eliminate gender disparities and promote equality and non-discrimination.
So this presentation was supposed to be done by none other than the Minister of Justice. He was supposed to lead this delegation, but because he had some political commitments in Kenya to actually consult to their political strategist, that is Professor Jonathan Moyo. This saw Ziambi cancelling this, UN human rights event, prioritizing to actually to be indoctrinated politically by Professor Jonathan Moyo, following the backlash over Amendment Bill number 3 of 2026. They are speaking about human rights, but that bill is unconstitutional. It is infringing on quite a number of the rights for the people of Zimbabwe. And also, Blessed Mdlanga has been threatened with the patriotic law of Zimbabwe with arrest for actually expressing what the government did to him, of which the very same government did not expect Blessed Mdlanga to actually tell the members of the international community of what they do, especially to their own citizens who just do their work and publishes material that is actually against their created or concocted standards that are even unconstitutional, and you cannot challenge them in their judicial system, because their judicial system is also controlled by them. I strongly believe they are even writing political judgments for them. It's rare in Zimbabwe for a political actually judgment to be won by opposition. It has always been ZANU-PF. Even election contest with overwhelming evidence of ZANU-PF malpractices, ZANU-PF will never lose. By the way, the judicial system of Zimbabwe is part of the Joint Operation Command. So there is absolutely no way politically they will. In fact, they decide how much time political prisoners should spend in prison. So they decide how you should be punished, especially if you have spoken against the regime. So when it comes to human rights, there are no human rights in Zimbabwe. They are just existing in paper. The Bill of Rights is there, but it is not respected by the regime of Emmerson Mnangagwa. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars.